Hey everyone, it's Brooke. It's Wellness Wednesday. Just jumping on today to talk about grief and what that looks like for me. I know that if you've watched my first video, you know that my sister died when I was 13 of cancer, and that was 26 years ago on Monday. And when I have an anniversary of her death every year, I reflect and find myself in a odd place, especially as the years kind of add up. I know logically that it was 26 years ago. I know it. But like in my head and in my heart, it feels not that long ago. And when I think about the day she died, which I tend to do on August 5th, I usually get filled with overwhelming sadness, which turns to anger, and then sort of like bounce back and forth some things, and then I accept it, and I'm back to feeling sort of normal-ish. But it's okay to still grieve a loved one that is no longer here. It's okay to be sad and angry that they're gone. Grief is not a 1 year and you're done, you graduated. You're never going to grieve. You're never going to think about this person ever again. That's just not how it works. And, feelings are feelings, and they come in many surprising ways, and it's what you choose to do with them that matters. And sometimes I need 24 hours to sort of sit in the pain and the hurt, and then wake up the next day and make an active decision to not sit here anymore, because sitting in the place of pain and of hurt and of sadness is not conducive for my health, for my family's health, for anybody's benefit. And all it does is put me back in this place that I went through, I don't know, in my early 20s probably, that I, just this self-sabotaging old behaviors, right? And I really have tried over the years to see which year is going to be different, which year is going to affect me more. Some years it affects me big time. Some years it doesn't affect me really. I mean, it does, but not really very much. And, I have to be there for my parents because it is a very hard day, and especially for my mother. And it's, it's the day there's before my life with my sister, life before my sister got sick, life when my sister was sick, and then there's life after her death. And they're all these different people in them. Obviously I was a kid, but my parents are very different people through each cycle. And they, have taken every avenue to sort of mend their hearts and get better and recognize that, life goes on, and it's not forgetting. And it's important for people, if you're not the one dealing with grief, to recognize that you can talk to the person grieving about the person that they lost, especially the loss of a child. My mom's one of her concerns, or one of the things that means the most to her, is that people don't forget my sister, because it means her life mattered. Her life touched people. Her life made it an impact on people, and that means the most to my mom and dad, and to me today now too. It just is. It feels good for people to say, you know what, I'm sorry for that, you lost Casey, but she was, fucking unbelievable. She touched me in ways that, I never thought possible. She taught me how to persevere. She taught me how to have a warrior mentality. You get people telling you these things, and it makes you feel good. At least for my family, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for my parents, it validates the short life that she did have. Did not anticipate getting emotional on this discussion today. But I just want everyone to be aware that grieving is a process, and it is never ending. It is never ending. You will grieve the people that were most important to you. forever. And God forbid anybody loses a child, because that is the most gut-wrenching pain. And I've seen more, my sister had friends with cancer that are no longer walking this earth, and I've seen what it does to every parent. And it is absolutely gut-wrenching to lose a child. And let those people know that you remember their child, and that their child was miraculous at some point, made an impact. Miraculous probably isn't the best word, but it is, and it means the world. And I have a friend whose daughter died of cancer 2 years ago, and maybe 3, and she's doing these amazing things for these kids with cancer. And she started a foundation, and they're able to raise all this money and donate in the name of their daughter, Team Tessa. If you're in the local Metro Detroit area, look up Team Tessa. There is a fundraiser coming September 21st at the Royal Oak Farmers Market that's going to be for a good cause, number one, but also lots of fun, just the way that her daughter would have had it. She danced, loved to dance. And I think things like that are important. It's important to remember the people that we have lost, however you feel the need to do it. And there is no wrong way to grieve. Actually, the only wrong way to grieve is to not grieve at all, because that shit will catch up with you. Take it from me, I know. So this was a little bit of a longer video. I just wanted to check in and say hi. Happy Wellness Wednesday. I hope that you are taking the time to take care of yourself today, and I'll see you next week.